Hello everybody, I am Moldy, and this is Scars Above once again. In the last episode, we found Captain Robinson and he turned into a big gross moose. And now we're in some weird gross flesh cave. There's just a lot of gross happening in this place. This planet, assuming it's not Earth, is real nasty. There's just everything here wants to kill you, and then we got flesh merging into the walls, and then it like materializes into big gross monsters. And then there's this tree over here that's got flesh all over it. What is it with this planet and flesh? Still, part of me is convinced that this is still Earth. Things could have gone real bad when that giant triangle showed up. But we'll figure it out. It will all be figured out eventually. Right now, we gotta get ourselves back to the crash site of the Hermes, because that's probably where we'll find some answers. Answers will be had, I assume, and I hear something making weird noises. Probably just shifting flesh in the big nasty flesh cave. All this gross skin. Yuck. Lots of living meat around here. Okay, go ahead and turn your flashlight off. I mean, we are getting outside, so you don't really need it now that we got sunlight and I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. But let's keep moving, shall we? Okay, turn it back on. We're back in the dark. Back in the caves. Unless that's an automatic flashlight that just reacts to the environmental lighting and turns itself on and off. I mean, you would have technology like that here in whatever year this is in the distant future, when aliens appear and then shit goes wrong. Now, okay, I think I'm on the opposite side of that little chasm. Yeah, now these floaty stones down here are gonna form a bridge. Am I fucking right? Yes, I'm fucking right. You never see floaty stones like that and expect them to not form a bridge. Floaty stones always become bridge. Okay. I'll squeeze my little ass through here. You don't even need to turn sideways. You could go full broad shoulder, just force your way through there. It might be a little tight doing it that way, but it's doable. You don't have all that. Your shoulders aren't all that broad. I'ma scan you, you big mess of gross.
Recently killed. Bite wounds are approximately 6 inches deep. What could have done this?
Something with 6-inch long
Some
teeth.
vicious beasts are roaming around these caves.
Yes, they are. We've killed some of those vicious beasts. But there's probably gonna be one more vicious right here in a second. Yeah, this is definitely a boss arena, if ever I've seen one. Ow! You just slapped the fuck out of me. Now how about you come a little closer, and I will shoot you right in your face. Right there, right in that face. Oh. My, what big teeth you have, Grandma. Now just hold that little noggin still. There you go. Just a single one of y'alls. Not a big boss fight.
Overdeveloped mandible is filled with razor-sharp teeth. Extremities are very strong, allowing the creature to close the distance to its prey quickly.
Which is why we shoot it in the brain as many times as we can before it reaches us. Now, what do I want? That costs 2 points. A lot of stuff here costing 2 points. So, heal charge does more? Fuck it, I'll go for that. Now, alright, you just have some incendiary stuff in ya. Now let's see about this doodad. That's a very interesting obelisk you got out here in the distance. Uh-oh. There's something in the grass. Kinda hard to see. There's 2 of them, aren't there? I believe I heard, yep. There is definitely a second one. Hey, back off, man! I'm trying to get a little distance here. I don't need you right up in my business like that. Now let me reload nice and quick like. I see you over there. You think you can get away from me? You think you can just confound me, circle around me, stick me in your noodle machine? How did that even hit me? Back it up, mister. That's the one that's already beat up, the one that needs to die first. And you know what? I wonder how you deal with being set on fire. You probably wouldn't like it very much. There you go. Now you're burning. Ow. You're still smacking me around. But the fire kills you real good. So... there we go. More electricity. And you got ice in ya. That ice ain't gonna do me no good. Of course, freezing these things would probably be a nice, effective strategy. Freezing those rocky dudes back in the rainy swamp really helped. I froze them and shot them full of electricity because being all wet makes them resistant to fire and shit. And that worked very nicely. Never underestimate the power of freezing people. Now that's a dead body.
This was a massacre.
Lots of dead bodies. And you've got a thing on ya.
Bite marks. They were shredded into pieces. They must have been killed by those monsters nearby. This was someone close to you, wasn't it?
Save your people. Stop the custodian.
What's the custodian?
This holographic technology is incredible. I think I could use it to make something useful. Some kind of distraction.
Interesting. Throw that out and then people attack that instead of me. Hollow lure. So yeah, I throw it over by that thing, they go to attack it, and then I shoot the thing that makes them explode. There you go, stupid. Well, alright. That would help pull some of the pressure off of my back. Ooh, I like the way the little individual bits of this bridge are shifting as I step on them. That's cool. Nice little details. Anyway, I'm gonna keep my emergency heal on, even though I ain't got enough fiber to go using it right now. Actually, yeah, let's keep the hollow lure on. Those batteries these gadgets use are separate from the fiber that is used to go using other consumables. And you are some fire stuff. I actually did use some of you. Now, alright, we're still heading for the Hermes. We haven't made it there yet. I was too distracted by the giant teeth monsters and the dead aliens. Maybe that's where we'll find the thing that makes the acid stuff that I can shoot at people.
The crash site must be close. I hope Tam and Mike are alive.
Bugs. Just busting out like that. Now, what's this glowing thing dangling from the tree that looks suspiciously like a cage? Even more of these little bug monsters. Okay, how about y'all go over there? That's better. You can explode on that. Now, there you go. Your explosive juices killed your little friends. Now, what are you? Scanny, scanny.
The thrusters burned out. Robinson must have used maximum power to avoid the crash.
Well, too bad he didn't actually avoid it. Now you get on down from there. So you're a climby thing. Neat. Might have done a lot of damage if I had dropped it on somebody's head, but the opportunity did not prevent itself. Current augmenter. Ooh, crafting component. Electricity passes through enemies. Go ahead and 3D print that with the science lab I keep in my pocket for convenience sakes. So now I got piercing shots. If I'm understanding that correctly, it hits the guy in front of me, and if there's somebody directly behind him, it would also hit that guy too. I likes the sound of that. But of course I could be wildly misinterpreting what that does. But having electricity go through enemies does sound exactly like what I've just described. And that down there is definitely a thing. So you're getting burned. A little bit of fire for you. A little bit of fire for you. Hey, you. Why are you alive? Stop being alive. I say you hold still now and stop it. Alright. I think that just about takes care of almost everything that was down in here. So you stand up for a second, and now I'm gonna freeze your silly little ass. There we go. I might be poisoned, but I'm definitely taking you out while I got the opportunity. And now these lesser enemies can have their turn. Of course, my shots would hit home if the camera wasn't shaking all over the damn place. Now, boom, and bada boom. Ah, I can shoot your projectiles out of the air. Okay, now everything down in here is taken care of. Some galvanic stuff. Oh, right, I forgot I had toxicity in me that entire time. Well, whatever. I'm gonna use some of this goop. That's feeling nice inside of me. And this is my little squeezy hole. Squeezy McWheezy. I'm squeezy so good. Now, anyone wanna jump out at me? Yep, there's somebody up there. I see you crawling away. Don't you run from me, you scared little bitch. You may be scared, but that won't stop me from killing you. I'm gonna pass through his little convenient tuft of grass. Now, who's gonna jump out at me? This definitely feels like a place that I'm gonna get ambushed in. Not to mention that critter I seen.
Paul is still intact. Damn. Mike, please be alive.
They probably aren't. I mean, you've seen what happened to the captain. He turned into a fucking moose. Perhaps Tam and Mike might have turned into something even more horrible, but it doesn't hurt to hope. Well, we made it. Is there something over here? Yeah, you're a thing. Scar emblem. And it's got a fleshy growth on it. The official badge of the Scar organization, the proudest symbol of Earth's space exploration department. The alien growth is slowly devouring it. Very symbolic. Yes, indeed. But it doesn't look like there's anything else. Oh, there's a cube. A nice little knowledge cube. Inject that straight into my brain. Knock, knock, anybody home? Yep, we got some kind of growth here on the floor.
More of that growth. Same as with Robinson. Where is it coming from?
Well, code. Oh, balls. Well, 420. 420. Damn. I knew y'all didn't have no sense of humor. Ooh, spacesuit. Okay, something just fell down.
An improvised power source. Looks like Tam's handiwork.
What about the drawer?
Can't open it without a keycard.
Shit. And Mr. Jefferson ain't no keycard. What about you?
Log entry. Something is really wrong with Mike. I've placed him in the biobed and I'm running tests, but his skin... His skin is changing.
Ah, shit.
Commander Robinson still hasn't returned. What did they encounter outside?
Well, seeing how Robinson turned into a giant monster moose, and Mike's showing signs of his skin changing, I think it's safe to assume Mike has met a different fate, but we have no confirmation on Tamara just yet. Just an audio log.
Mike, hang on. What happened? Mike! It'll be okay. Look, where is Commander Robinson? No. Mike! I'll get you to the lab. Hang on. It'll be okay.
What about you? Another key card. Yep, not cramming Mr. Jefferson in there doesn't seem to do jack diddly. Well, through the collapsed tunnel here. Oh, hi! I thank you to not jump out at me like that. Mayhaps that was Mike. That's a jacket, all right. A standard Scar member jacket used on space
One of our
missions.
jackets. I'm taking it.
Yes, it will keep you nice and warm, especially considering that you're not wearing the damn thing. Key card. Well, let's go open those drawers, I guess. No drawer shall remain unopened. Oh, what's this? I didn't notice you.
What is this metahedron? Why did it bring us here?
Maybe it didn't bring you anywhere. Maybe you're still on Earth. Ding dong key card, open the fucking thing. Electric cutter. I already got one of those, unless this is gonna upgrade mine. Damage increase, yes. Oh yeah. Now I can cut even
If it
better.
can cut through plasteel bulkheads, it can cut through anything.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be fun to cut people with, assuming they actually get close enough to get cut with it. Now, drawer here. Mayhaps you have the code for that lock in there.
Graduation day. Feels like it happened in another lifetime.
Uh-huh. Yep. June 20th, 20-something 10, or maybe 30-something 10. I don't know the exact year here, but it's 06-2010. That's what our code is. So, that's 06-20-10. Alright. Now, okay, there's the bio bed that Mike was put in. Yeesh. His skin really has changed.
This must be what happened to Richard, too. Mike, what has this place done to you?
Well, judging from what happened to Robinson, I'd say it's probably turning him into a giant moose monster. Or something similar. So... okay.
Bloodstream is full of foreign bodies consisting of an unknown alloy.
So there's metal in his blood. Good to know. Anything else I can look at?
There is
Your
a
shoulder.
wound in the upper torso, triangular in shape. It looks like it was made by a solid thorn-like projectile.
Huh. So something injected him with a thing and now it's turning him into other thing. And why won't you let me investigate the thing in his head? That seems pretty important.
Medical log. Patient's body is covered by abnormal cancerous growth. Temp 39.8 degrees Celsius. Pressure highly irregular, 190 by 120. Heart rate 136. Pupils highly dilated. Inducting 120 cc's of protein synthesizer in hopes of lowering the body temperature and normalizing the pressure. Commencing diagnosis.
Diagnosis,
Tomorrow is taking
this
blood
patient
samples
kind of
for
fucked.
analysis.
Okay, so what you got for me,
Tomorrow's
computer? Yes, that is a computer, all right. Mike and Robinson went to scout the area. I'm trying to repair the ship's scanning system. Without it, we're blind to what's happening around us.
Medical log. Mike's situation has become dramatically worse. The tumors on his body are now expanding at an exponential rate and spreading all over the lab. I have no way of curing him. I isolated a single nanite unit. Its construction is far too complex. However, I discovered it is constantly receiving a binary transmission. It looks like an instruction set. My hypothesis is that these nanites are controlled from the central source. If I'm able to find it, maybe I can instruct them to reverse the process.
Only Mike returned. He's in bad shape and can't give me a straight answer. I've tried all known antibiotics, but his condition is only deteriorating. I suspect the nanites in his blood are responsible for this. They're changing his cells. Mike is getting more aggressive at times. I'll have to keep the lab locked. Well, that explains why I needed a code to get in
recorded the
here.
coordinates to the computer. What is up there?
And what about you? You look like a microscope.
Blood sample seems to be contaminated by nanite units. They're manipulating his cellular structure. Does this mean that the mutations are artificially induced?
Possible. So, let's see what happened.
Tam was analyzing Mike's blood and discovered that it's contaminated with unknown nanite machines. The nanite machines seem to be altering Mike's body, which means his condition is artificially induced. Tamara managed to isolate a single nanite unit and discovered a transmission that seems to be remotely controlling its operation. She went off to find it in hopes of reversing the process. I have to follow these coordinates. It's the only way to help both Tam and Mike.
So, there's a chance Tam's still alive. Mike has... he's seen better days. But if her idea is right, we could potentially reverse the
It's getting
stuff.
colder. I should put on my jacket.
Yes, you should. Chapter 3, In Blood. Chapter 2 didn't have no boss in it like I thought it would. I thought it would have ended with a boss fight, but apparently not. So now we found out what happened to Mike, and maybe we'll find Tam along the way. But that's gonna have to wait until the next episode, because I'm all out of time for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. God. Bye.